Welcome to Incheon, South Korea. This is beautiful.
What a cool design toilet.
It is a government rule that we stay in the hotel room. There are a few places we are allowed to go. I'm not gonna let my first time in Korea go to waste. You can control the lights. So there are rules to be had here when drinking this.
I found the fridge and look at this, you guys.
A pillow for my eggs. Welcome to the real life of a flight attendant and the butt-kicking jet lag we get. Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys all enjoyed part 1 in Incheon, South Korea. In part 2, it's about to get wild. Things are about to switch up. It's gonna be quite the adventure. But before we get into that, I did wanna go ahead and take a moment to thank today's sponsor. So today's video is being sponsored by Factor. You guys know I love Factor. And if you do not know who Factor is, Factor makes meeting your diet and nutrition goals a snap by delivering fresh, never frozen, dietitian designed meals right to your doorstep. And Factor offers keto, calorie smart, chef's choice, vegan, and veggie options, which include seafood, meats, and plant-based meats. They also have a weekly rotating menu with over 25 meal options and Factor add-ons, like these smoothies that my husband is absolutely obsessed with. So you guys know I love to bring along Factor meals with me whenever I'm working domestic flight attendant trips. Y'all have seen time and time again, I just go ahead and throw them into my cooler bag with some ice packs, and I'm good to go. It just keeps me on track with my diet goals, keeps me healthy, and I get fresh vegetables while traveling, which can be very, very tricky, especially when you're at the airport. You're gonna pay like an arm and a leg just for a fresh vegetable. Not to mention though, even when I'm home, it is so nice because I don't have to worry about grocery shopping, trying to plan meals out, trying to prep everything, trying to clean up the kitchen, get everything together, especially when I get back from a trip. Like, I'm done, I'm spent, I'm exhausted. I don't have to worry about it. So it's so nice. I can come here, I can relax, I can pop a Factor meal right in my microwave. It takes 2 minutes and I'm done. That's it. And I have the best tasting meal right in front of me. Oh my God, that's good. I know I say this every time, but I think that's my new favorite. So if you guys want to join the Factor family like myself, you are in luck because for a limited time, you can go to go.factor75.com/catnesbitt130 and use promo code catnesbitt130 for $130 off across 6 boxes. And Nesbitt does have 2 T's in it. So once again, thank you to Factor for sponsoring today's video. Now let's go ahead and jump into part 2. Oh my goodness, I have been getting some work done by side. I kind of want some coffee. I'm not super hungry yet. I really feel like it's because like I bloat. I bloat so bad when I fly, and sometimes like that fills me up and like my stomach feels full and you feel horrible. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go down to the convenience store, look for some coffee and maybe some snacks to take back with me. Maybe I'll eat in like an hour, so like at 8 a.m. I'll go to like the breakfast hall. I was hoping to go back to sleep, but I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. Maybe if I keep yawning like this. While I go down, I think I'm gonna take like my little foldable insulated lunch bag. That way anything that we get down there, I'll just pop in here. I swear this is like one of the best investments I did on Amazon, was getting like these 3 bags. 제가 먼저 zero 폭설한 그 children 꿈에도 I wasn't dumb 나만 빼고 넌 모두에게 참 친절해. So I just got back to the hotel room. On the way to the convenience store, I did go ahead and swing by the crew lounge just to check it out. It's basically like a typical crew lounge if a hotel has one, where it has like a couch, a desk with a computer, a microwave, a fridge, like that sort of stuff. But I also stopped by the breakfast hall and I checked it out, and it does look like people are already there having breakfast. And I don't know if it was like the smell of food or just seeing everybody eating, but I was like, maybe I'm a little hungrier than I thought I was, but I didn't bring my camera, so I didn't want to go straight over there and like not talk to you guys and tell y'all what the plan was. So I did stop by the convenience store just really fast, and I finally did it. I grabbed one of the coffee packs that you can get. They have like coffee and tea. Like I saw a black milk tea that I was eyeballing, but I went ahead and did this one. This is an iced hazelnut, and then you just grab you either like a small thing of ice or a big thing of ice, and then a straw when you check out. But just in case, as a backup plan, or even on the plane, I did grab this because it was so good. Now, I'll be honest. I looked at it and it has well more calories than I'm used to. It's like 161 calories for this. And normally when I drink my coffee, I drink it like either calorie free with just like a little bit of cream and like sweetener, or like a skinny vanilla latte, which runs like 90 calories for like a little bit bigger than this. So a little bit different than what I'm used to, but that's fine. This one's only 65 calories and it is like a iced hazelnut. So we're gonna go ahead and open this on up, and it looks like it has like a seal on it. And then I stole sweetener from over there, so. All right. I'm always like a smeller. Are you guys a smeller like before you? Oh, that smells good. That smells really good. Maybe I won't need this after all. Well, I'll still drink it on the plane, but. Oh, it fit in there absolutely perfectly into the small one. Okay, I don't want to add sweetener yet. I think it's only fair you try it out before you change it. So put that to the side and put our little, there we go. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that is money. That is good. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually more of like a hot coffee drinker than an iced coffee. I know people are quaking, but yeah, I do tend to love like a hot, warm coffee in the morning, but this is, this is really good. These kind of have like a similar coffee flavor, but still a little bit different, because this is definitely caramel, this is definitely hazelnut, but like the overall like taste of the coffee actually does taste pretty similar. So if you're gonna do it, just do it for this, for 65 calories. No need to go all the way, but I'm still gonna drink that, and I'm still not gonna complain about it. But this is definitely good. This is my speed for sure. It's still like dripping rain from my window.
I don't think it really likes like the overexposure, but I don't know if y'all can see on the window. It's definitely still dripping rain, but I don't think it's raining anymore.
I'm actually more awake now. I don't know if it's just like the daylight outside, but I'm more awake now. Maybe it's just like the 3 sips of coffee I've had than I thought I was gonna be. So I don't know if I'm gonna nap today or not. Definitely on the plane. Usually like going back, I've always said this, like going back. Going back, the flights are harder to work and you're usually more tired. You guys have no idea how badly I just want to be a part of all of this. I'm like, please just let me out. I want to go explore so badly. I cannot wait until it is open for us again and I can get another one of these trips. But I think we're gonna go ahead and go to breakfast. I might take my cooler bag, or maybe like later. I'm definitely going back to the convenience store. I've got to get some stuff. I didn't want to do it on this go round, but I'm gonna go pop back in there. Now that I know the coffee bags are good, your girl's about to get some coffee bags. I'm about to get a bunch of coffee bags and maybe an egg salad sandwich or something to go check out a few other things. So I'm gonna raid the convenience store. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and head over to breakfast and see what's going on over there. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like this is the spot of like deliberation. This is like where we come back to, we deliberate on like what's going on, what the plan is, what's happening. I feel like I've sat in this seat more than anywhere else. So the breakfast was a little interesting. So when you first go in, you sign in and everything, and then they hand you a glove, or you can also get like to-go stuff nearby. So when you go in, you just have one glove. So you have to open everything with the glove and scoop it out. So it was a little bit tricky to like film and to get the glove and with my iced coffee in hand to do everything. But definitely a lot of American breakfast, a lot of Korean breakfast, kind of like a hodgepodge of everything in between. There were so many people, you guys. Like I was trying to film without being like an absolute creep, but it was loud in there. It was busy in there. It was even hard to kind of like find a table to sit in. But they have like the breakfast spread area where you can like get all the little things, and they have like a juice bar over off to the side. inside. And then they have a guy, there's like pastries there and a bunch of like ingredients. And I guess he can make like made to order things like omelets or I don't know what else is made to order, but I guess it can make you made to order stuff there if you want to do that. I just went over to like the simple breakfast, grabbed what was already made. And as far as like hotel breakfast go, it was okay. It wasn't anything I would like recommend to a friend. I'm positive if you leave this hotel room, they are gonna have much better food. Like not a doubt in my mind. Like Japanese and Korean food are like top 2 to me. Like those are like top tier foods. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to coming back and like really getting the full experience, because we also have like trips that are like multi-days to Incheon where it's like 5-6 days. So like that's the trip to be on if you really want to get to see a lot in a little bit of time. But I feel like this summer is going to be all about just soaking in these beautiful international destinations and just really enjoying like where I'm at. Like I'm blessed. Like I was just like, wow, I'm in Incheon, and not only am I in Incheon, South Korea, but they're paying me to be here. That is the life of a flight attendant. That is like crazy. And I'm not gonna say like being a flight attendant isn't hard. There are highs, there are lows, there's a lot of emotional turmoil in between, which I will be experiencing a lot next month because I am back on reserve after August. So back in September, I'm gonna be a domestic girl again. I'm gonna be flying more of the domestic trips, the tough ones, like the ones that really make you be like, ooh. To put a little perspective on it, like I've been doing international since at least the middle of June. Like I haven't touched a domestic since either like early June or May. So I know when I go back on reserve, I'm gonna be so sad because you don't know where you're going, which that's sometimes exciting, but also sometimes like, oh, especially when they call you at like 4 a.m. They're like,
we have a trip for you.
I miss it a little bit. I do miss some of it, but like not really, but like a little bit, like not really. So yeah, it's just crazy. So I have something to show you, but do not judge me. I think I like lost my mind a little bit. I bought so many of these packs of coffees, but even like I posted them on Instagram. If you're not following me, go follow me over there. But I posted about these and I was saying how good the coffee is. Like I got a few different ones of this kind of coffee. And so then some of my flight attendant friends were like, oh my gosh, bring me some. So I got some for them, some for me. And yeah, I don't know what happened. I think I just blanked and bought like all the coffee. But now that I know everything I know, probably like message my manager and see if you get a PCR test before coming here, if you can leave. Because I know the government's policy is that you have to have a PCR test to get out, but I think the company's policy is that you have to stay in. So I don't know if that would change if you got a PCR test or not. So maybe for next time's sake, if we get Incheon again, especially if I know like ahead of time, that way I can go get tested and we can just get out and really hit the ground running and like do a bunch of stuff, because I would really like to see Korea for Korea. So it looks like it started raining again. You can see like all the people with their like little umbrellas now walking around. Okay, you guys, it went by so fast, but our time is up. All my stuff is like over here, all packed up and ready to go. I can already see first break in my future. I am already so tired and ready for a nap, which is not a good sign because we have another 14-hour flight all the way back home. But if it's anything like the last one, it was nice and easy and it was a good flight. So hopefully this is the same. And yeah, first break, definitely first break. But anyways, let's go ahead and get our stuff and start heading down because that elevator is real slow. Or I guess I should say like afternoon, even though like I'm kind of just getting my morning started. And Bandy is down below. He's being a little cuddle bug. He wanted to hang out today. So it's actually been a couple days since I got back. So I got back the day before yesterday. Y'all, once we landed and I had to drive home, there was over an hour of dead stop traffic. And that was the hardest part, including the 2 medical emergencies, which I will be getting into because I think they are gonna be a learning experience to really help you when you have to do these international flights, because I think like we can all learn from what happened on both of these medicals. Now I'm feeling nice and recovered. I'm feeling refreshed. We got one sleepy person down here. Now I'm gonna get into both of the medical emergencies, but I wanna talk about them as learning tools, not as passenger shaming. So please leave my comment section out of this. Like, do not use that to passenger shame anybody, because these are not singular events. Like, things like this happen far too often, and I think a lot of people just don't know better, or they just don't think all the way from start to finish on some of the stuff. So again, this is not to passenger shame anybody. This is not to call anybody out. That's not what we are about here. It's really, I just want to use this as an opportunity to teach you guys some stuff. I just got a trade request. Hang on, guys. My London, somebody's trying to trade me for Sao Paulo, Brazil, which beautiful, love it, but they want me to go in literally like 2 hours. And I'm like, that's not happening. They meant well though. I'm sure that would be a nice trip, but I'm definitely not ready to leave right now. So, okay, anyways, the first incident was a younger gentleman who took a large number of sleeping pills, like well over the recommended dose. I really caution people before taking sleeping medications of any kind, especially a lot of people will take them and then drink wine. Also, do not do it, because if you have to make an emergency landing and now you have taken sleeping medications, that's gonna present a challenge in itself. And a lot of people will take sleeping medications and then think they're not working, and then they'll just take more and more and more, which I think is really what happened in this case. And then it creates medical issues. It creates problems in flight, which is very scary to have. Now, we are trained professionals and we do call for medical assistance on board. Like, we have equipment, we have stuff in place, but regardless, I don't think anybody wants to have a medical emergency in flight. Plus, some people do some bizarre stuff. I don't even want to get into half of it, but some people have some bizarre behaviors when they're taking things like Ambien and some of these sleeping medications in the plane. Now, before we move into the next medical situation that I want to talk to you guys about, I do want to go ahead and say that the young gentleman in this story was fine. We did have medical assistance. We did everything by the book, the way that we were trained to do, and it did end up being okay. But there could be situations where it's not okay, and that's why I just strongly recommend that y'all think twice before putting yourselves in these situations. But fortunately, this one ended up being just fine, and so does the next one. The next one does end up being okay, but again, I want to use it as a learning tool. Fainting on these planes can be common, and that's kind of why I want to talk about it a little bit. It is so important when you are doing these long flights to stay hydrated. Like, flight attendants are constantly going through the aisles, constantly bringing beverages, waters, juices, everything. You want to hang out or you want to go down? So I highly recommend that when you see flight attendants through the cabins with the beverage carts, with the water, with the juices, with the stuff, get one. You know, that's what we are there to do. We are there to keep you healthy, happy, and safe. That is our job to do, and we want to make sure that you are staying hydrated on those flights so events like these don't occur. But also, the air vents. I know a lot of people, especially when they're trying to sleep, they don't want the cabin so cold, which we don't want a hot plane because people get sick on hot planes. And what they'll start doing is everybody collectively in an area will start turning their air vents off. Well, that lessens like the flow of AC, so then it gets warmer in certain areas of the cabin, and this can also cause problems as well. So if you are gonna go to sleep, try to keep your air vent on, or at least a little bit on. Keep some air circulating in your area, because this will prevent things like that from occurring. Every single time I've had a medical emergency, the crew just jumps right in. They know what they're doing. It makes me feel good that if I ever had something happen, like, I know there are people on board ready to handle these situations, and they just train us so well. So I'm super happy with how that worked out, and I do want to send a big old thank you to like all of the medical professionals on board that do help us in these situations, because the people that we had on this flight were absolutely great. They did amazing as well. But anyways, thank you to coming to my TED Talk. Hopefully you learned a little something, a little something to spread on to some other people. But if you did enjoy this video, go to give it a big old thumbs up, press the subscribe button, and I will see you in just a couple days. Bye.